Second map coming up here between Outsiders and Big to try and secure a spot in the playoffs. It's going to be
group stage.
In the group stage, yeah, that's what I meant.
Playoffs would be cool though.
Playoffs, yeah, they're all the way there.
That would, yeah, if you just get to skip an entire week, this would be a huge, huge match.
Yeah, well, just because I said it doesn't make it true. Second map is coming up. It's going to be on Dust2. And it will be Big on the T side with Outsiders on the CT side.
And I think the Dust set this one up perfectly is just with the comfort that Big has on Dust2 that we've seen, that we saw especially just like last week at the Rubed Cup. Like this has got to be like a must-win map for them. I mean, obviously for the series as well, but surely it would be so demoralizing going into this map, which has been your bread and butter, if you're to drop it here against Outsiders. Qikert looking out towards long.
Bread and peanut butter, Jason.
Ooh, now we're talking. Peanut butter and red raspberry preserves. It's a magical thing. Good duels at long range, some damage on a Qikert and James, but both sides will call a stalemate. Important to note as well, Norbert has vision all the way towards top mid, so he knows no one's heading up catwalk.
Yeah, but this is a fake. Putting up a smoke, trying to cut some more shots through, hoping to get somebody out of this B bomb site, but Fame is sticking around. He's in trouble though. Nice little dink to get the headshot. He's very low on health, and he'd love some assistance. He actually needs some assistance right now. It's not going to get there in time. He does go down, but Norbert managed to run through the doors anyway. This is pretty cool.
And this amount of pressure in the B hall has pulled everyone to this side of the map. They've evacuated the A bomb site, which means Big can go right back in. They're pulling Outsiders back and forth across the map, and they've got an open plant as well. It's James trying to make his way up the ramp, perhaps the last line of defense, and he certainly is now. Good headshots from tabseN. And James is going to come up the ramp, but he can't win the initial fight. That's tabseN to take him down, and pistol round goes to Big.
That was some really great mechanical work out of tabseN. One of the joys of watching him play like that. Second shot is, or I guess the third kill really, on the guy coming in from upper dark was quite something. This is cool, but yeah, the third one there is something special. Well done, Big, gonna win the pistol round, and that has to feel good.
It's at least a good start. Flitz tagged by the scout on the crossover.
I need to see syrsoN on this map. That has to be.
Yeah.
Has to be happening. Both for Big to win it, but also just cause. I miss syrsoN with that AWP. Too much fun.
Yeah, we saw very few flashes of it on Inferno. Some individual kills here and there that looked nice, but the game not fully put together for syrsoN on Inferno.
Three-man setup out here. HE on Qikert, so could try and soften them up just a bit. It's going to be landing, not quite, looked like it was, but Keto gets away somehow. They're out the middle. It's a great middle of the round call coming out right here for Big. Exactly what they needed to do. Don't know how they got all the information, but they would have run into a pretty mean stack over there, especially with another player, James, the scout down there. Flit is on his own. He does, you know, what he could basically, nothing more.
At this point, if you're Outsiders, you just save the weapons you have and fight another day. Second round for Big on the board. And let's go back to the point we made on Inferno as well, where we mentioned that tabseN had called some spectacular games, some almost what felt at the time like near perfect games back at the Rubed Cup. I think most of them happened here on Dust2 as well. There were a few games where it felt like he just controlled things as the in-game leader to an incredible degree.
Yeah, we know he could do it. We saw a glimpse of it even on Inferno with
a little bit of a comeback.
Yeah, a nice little string of rounds. There was like 5 or 6 or something like that.
Yeah, 5 in a row, I think.
So we know that he's got it in him to try and put that together on the T side. And even just, I mean, even just in terms of where you start here, for Big to start on the C side might even feel just real nice, because again, they get to control the pace of the game a lot more.
They get to be proactive. But yeah, they get to set the tone for what's happening across the map. See if that changes when the guns come out for Outsiders. 2-0.
It definitely could. Galils are in play. A little bit of an AK there for tabseN, and a Mac 10 on syrsoN, so he can run out, farm some cash to buy the AWP later on. It all makes sense. Some good thinking behind this. 4 of them don't have any head armor, so even the Mac 10 against those players is probably going to be just fine. Looks like a crunch, maybe to try and find Krimbo. He is getting dangerously close. Got to be careful that, yeah, there's no one behind him checking that, so even with the smoke up, that's a bit scary.
No, but this is smart too. I mean, he saw the pressure in lower dark, and he's like, all right, this could be a crunch from both upper and lower. I'm just going to back away slowly and avoids any semblance of danger. Outsiders just now noticing it's empty, clearing down all the corners. And Big's on the other side of the map.
Norbert getting a shot off with the deagle, but connecting with nobody on the other side. Smokes are going to be here. Ooh, they get slowed down. It's actually not even James. It's Flit with the headshot from the 5-7, so that's a bit interesting. Norbert is low on health, and this Molotov will definitely be the end of him. Well, or the Galil from Tizian, I suppose, but either way, out of the round. So this could have been some real danger here, but it looks like they've made their way through.
Ooh, a little bit of leg showing. Jane with the scout, ducks underneath, goes for a quick flick. Knife switch, that's not what you wanted. And Qikert's the last one remaining. So Big go flawless after the pistol. They convert both rounds 2 and 3. Losing a couple players in the process, but no big deal. Anything else would be unique. 3-0.
Yeah, good couple of finds for syrsoN with the MAC-10. Gives him a fair bit of cash to work with, so that's always nice. Better at finding people than mauiSnake is.
Yes, that was fun. Prop game.
But not for mauiSnake.
Not for mauiSnake. I think he still had a good time. Him and Dinko really were on the struggle bus, though. It's all good. Ooh, good tag. You wanted syrsoN. You've got him with hitting a couple tags, crossing the double doors early on in this game. tabseN trying to utilize the bottom edge of that smoke. And then Qikert's going to take him down, brought down to 15 HP. Flit's up 30 as well from the syrsoN tag, so some real damage up and soften outsider defenders.
Makers escaped their fame. Did not want to get sprayed down once the smoke got up. Yeah, very low on health, but sometimes that's not always quite enough.
Look at the way they're shifting over to prevent any kind of a mid to B split, believing that B is going to be the final decision for Big.
Yeah, it could be. This could definitely be a split that's coming up. It's sort of everything is in the works for it, in fact. Looked like the most likely outcome at this point. Going to be a smoke that should be set up towards that CT spawn area. And then the question is that 3-man setup inside, is that going to be enough?
Yeah, it's nice, but remember 2 of the players that are tagged up, Flit and Qikert, are both at the B-bomb, so they're both 2 of the defenders, so a chance that even their presence might not be enough just by virtue of the low HP. 2 smokes thrown towards CT spawn to show mid to B split, but the main force of the attack is going to be coming from upper dark.
And the problem is they're setting up this flash to check outside, and they're not going to find anything in the middle, so this could get real tricky. Fame all the way back here. Duck down for the minute, waiting for the time to stand up, and it's going to be great for him. Double kill, 20 seconds, and syrsoN, he would have been there in the middle to catch any rotations coming through, but that is obviously not relevant when they can't get the bomb down. Yeah,
when they can't get the kills to cause the rotations, he's left with nothing to do, so he's going to back away slowly and save his AWP. First round on the board for Outsiders defense, and a victory with 4 players surviving as well.
Yeah, they'll be excited about that. Good call, and I think, yeah, the timing through that, I mean, there was no Molotov landing there at the back plateau. I don't know if they even had one. I doubt it. And the fact that the first engagement happens not with Fame, but, you know, instead with Flit in there or Qikert or someone who's taking all the attention away, that's huge.
Yeah, you don't expect that player at the back platform to be the one that the bait is for him to pop up a little bit delayed. You expect him to be the initial contact.
Yeah.
3-1. Keto going to test his luck with the spawn with the AWP out towards long. Timing shot, takes a nade down to 65 HP.
Yeah, but probably still worth it to try it. Once you get the spawn, you might as well. Nobody in upper dark right now, so see how Big handled it if they want to go back and check out that part of the map. It looks like Krimbo is already thinking about it. Jame position that has a million different ways to be cleared. Flashed and a run boost, one of many.
Oh,
that is a nice opening onto him. Keto able to break him down with the AK-47, and look at that, catching Jame in the middle. I mean, this might be a lost round already.
Yeah, no, it certainly is. I mean, you're starting to see as well why the desk, and we've mentioned so much that Big is supremely comfortable on this map. Some very, very cool plans to find the fights that they want. Even picking up the pace up catwalk off of that run boost as well. Norbert's going to get A low impact kill right at the end. Drops tabseN. And that might freeze Big from actually going for any kind of a chase, so they don't have a whole lot of money either, so they might not have never made that decision to begin with. 4-1 in the favor of Big.
And that's the way that they clear that corner, by the way, if you think about it, a lot of the other ways, you're just pushing the CT who's there back, but you're not really trying to be speedy behind it. Oh, they find Norbert at the end, that's not bad. But this way of doing it with the flashbang run boost, that's why they were able to get that quickly up to follow it up. So,
well, oddly enough, too, I think part of the reason they're speeding it up is they want to catch that Opera trying to make it up the ramp.
Could be, yeah.
Over to the railing. They didn't really, I don't think, expected the M4 to be there fighting them, and they still actually end up winning the battle after an initial dink. He couldn't clean up the kill, goes back for more, and gets his head taken off. Timeout from Outsiders to talk things over. By virtue of having 4 players surviving in the round they won, they'll have another buy here, plenty of money to reinvest to make up for some of the lost weapons. They just want to talk things over because it'll be a potential reset round for them after they spend everything.
And like you said, Big supremely confident in this map, so it's not surprising to see them pull out some good rounds here early on. And they never had the luxury at all on Inferno to try what it's like when Outsiders are really under a lot of pressure and sort of get to feel like they're dictating the game a little bit. So now is a good time for it. Ooh.
Interesting. Okay, Outsiders doesn't invest. They have the 3 weapons that they brought forward from the previous round. Oh, James knows what's coming. He can feel it. He can sense it. AK gives him some time to reset over a car, but it's the op. Even if you land the first shot, are you going to be able to recover in time? And I think they've heard a footstep as he tries to jump up onto the box. And actually, Big just give it up. I'm like, yeah, we like these 2 entry kills that we've got here, but no reason to press the issue. Although Keto,
They didn't.
Keto comes back for more all on his lonesome.
We definitely would have thought that they heard it as well with the jumping. That's a little bit interesting. Now they got to be worried. Everyone down in the middle here for Outsiders. If they catch anyone jumping up on this box, that might be a problem. No one's even checking for it. tabseN's down, and syrsoN could have just... Oh! 2 for 1 for James. That is a devastating end of the round.
I want to know what the call was for Krimbo to go back in all on his lonesome. Or Keto, excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if that was like maybe a call for the team that he misinterpreted when in his own, if that was in his individual decision, but there was, that was curious. He came back in with no care in the world. 4-2. Outsiders avoid the reset. It's Big whose money is backs against the wall. Deagle on Krimbo, Scout on syrsoN. He's got to give up the AWP in this round, and a Galil on tabseN with no utility. Really, really hurting for cash.
Wow, what a round to pull out. I mean, James stuck in that corner. That looked like he was going to die if they just kept pushing either way, but then they fall back, and even that's a good call. But then they come back again, and that's where things start to get a little bit funky. There are a lot of presence in middle once again for the T side. Going to be checking out that catwalk position just freshly smoked off. And Qikert expecting that maybe they'd be on the other side.
The only thing I can think of is that Keto was trying to have presence in B to pull some more rotations over from CT spawn to make them, bring them into the open for the big players in middle, but mistimed at best. Pretty standard round from Outsiders here. 1 player out towards long, 1 player at railing. Flit's going to start backing up to play the in-between position. Not really a whole lot of counter utility for Outsiders defense when this catwalk hit comes in. And the AWP is at the B bomb site, so the lack of flashbangs for Big isn't going to be too much of an issue.
Yeah, also got to worry about the fact that there are a lot of Molotovs and no smokes on this A bomb side at all. What a flash to come through on Keto, able to take down Qikert, but now the Molotovs, are they going to be throwing them on the ramp? No, they're just going to take the fight straight up. That's a little bit interesting. And now 3 versus 4. Norbert down here has to control this long position if they, well, they're not even moving. They don't even want to get close to this retake.
No, save again. James can drop a weapon. Flit with the money that he'll make will be able to rebuy himself. He might have to drop down to a FAMAS if he wants utility, but 5-2. Big respond immediately. Outsiders not able to string a pair of rounds together quite yet.
Really nice comeback.
This is just like that economic back and forth right now. Both teams on a breaking position, so whoever finally eventually gets over that hump and causes the entire economic collapse of their opponent is going to have a huge advantage moving forward into the later stages of this half.
Yeah. And I mean, this flashbang that sets it up.
No, he dodged the first one.
Yeah.
There were like two, maybe three.
Too much to deal with. Coming out of the smoke like that.
Another timeout. This one called by Big.
And I guarantee you that kind of a smoke wall that they set up right there, they probably have like 2 or 3 or maybe probably more when it's big, different ways of playing the same smokes, right? Like that smoke wall could also be a setup for a drop down in the CT spawn, or it could be a fake for a B split, or it could be like any number, it could be boosting over on like, you know, like it could be a lot of things going on there. So it's really hard to know on the outsiders side what it's actually happening.
And they also had to make their way through Qikert's smoke that he puts up to be aggressive and be able to get to that corner position. They neutralize that with flashbangs. 3-round lead into round number 8.
Oh, still a scouting play here for syrsoN.
Got to preserve that money. They're going to come through this. Oh, they're committed. They're committed, and they've spotted Norbert, and Qikert's going to get a double kill. They're stuck behind the smoke. He's running out of ammunition, trying to conserve, trying to tap away. Norbert's there for backup, and this hit stalls out for Big. Stalls out, gets shut down.
I was going to say, twice now they've had the long spawn with the AWP, and both times I think when they've got there, they haven't actually seen anyone from outsiders maybe trying to go further. They've just kind of, they've maybe seen like one leg at a corner before the flashes come in or all the rest of it. So maybe they have had like a feeling that the hold wasn't that deep. But obviously this time it definitely was.
Did Big call a save?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 2 on 5. And they're just going to chill for a minute.
Well, there we go. Tell me about the T-Rexes again, Jay.
Back to the dinosaurs.
syrsoN, yeah. There's, I mean, not even that much to save at this point in time. Hoping to bait somebody. He's got the AWP on the other side. All right.
Upgrades to an M4. Money for Big as well with this kind of a save. Krimbo still has all his utility. syrsoN's got plenty of money to replenish his utility. tabseN, tabseN will be able to buy. Keto might have a tough time of things. But 5-3.
Yeah, and I think...
And again, a perfect time for outsiders to win a round with all 5 players alive. So again, they're going to get that extra little bit of buffer behind them that allows them to sustain a loss, especially if they decide to save some weapons like we've seen them do a number of times.
The thing is as well, in the second half that's coming up, I mean, it's possible that we're going to see kind of a replay of something similar, which is you wait around on that CT side of your Big, and you're, you know, waiting and waiting and waiting, and then suddenly Norbert turns the corner, headshot, and then the round's almost over, and you know, it's just, so I think Big need a lot of the rounds here that they're getting on the T side, and the fact that it's 5-3, we're right at that tipping point in the spiral out of control
for one of these teams. Yeah. Well, for one of them,
yeah, true.
It's whichever one finally breaks. Although it gets increasingly harder. Okay, Big's gonna go for a timing play towards the B bomb site. Fame, ooh, couldn't get there. Couldn't turn the corner in time, and this might just be another save round. This might just be another one where outsiders say, you know what? There's no point.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of wanted to find something, but I mean, this time it doesn't make any sense. Look for exits, maybe.
And now Big get to rebuild a little bit of a buffer behind themselves, so that entire economic tug of war is like stalled out. It's a stalemate. Both teams are going to build up some money behind this, so that neither team is going to be at the breaking point. So we'll just get a clean battle moving forward. Nice shot from syrsoN.
Okay, that's not bad. Well, Jason, you've blessed us with peanut butter sandwiches,
yeah,
smoothies.
Sure.
Got a lot. What's another dish? Where can we fit peanut butter into as well?
Ooh.
Does it go with steak? Anything like that? Is that possible?
No, it doesn't go with steak, but I've never tried this myself, but I have seen the rare like peanut butter on a cheeseburger.
Okay. So fit in there maybe?
I can't advocate for it in any meaningful way.
We don't know. We need more data.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but the versatility is high up there.
Yeah.
It's got to be at least a couple of
You know, an easy one is grilled peanut butter and jelly as well. So like instead of a grilled cheese, grilled peanut butter and jelly sandwich, that's pretty banging as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Good talk. 6-3. Jam with the op creeping off catwalk. Deep angle towards top mid. No one's home for big.
Slightly aggressive position for Jam with the AWP. Always fun to try and do that on the CT side. You push up like that, because sometimes the Ts will just, you know, forget about it. Come rolling down like that in the middle, and you're like, oh, yeah, wait a minute. Flash here, deep nade, but it doesn't touch Krimbo, who was hanging around down there. Good for him. And some mid control, possibly even some catwalk control here for the side of Big. Still pretty early in the round, so they're going to be happy with it. Looks like they could be trying for an A-split if they can get around this. Jame, though.
I want to know what James' decision is if when Norbert falls. He went 1 for 1. Okay, boost up. Ooh, you're out in the open. The Molotov ain't going to save you there. 3 on 3. But Big is moving up long very quickly, and Qikert's got to hold on as long as possible.
Ooh, that's a dangerous peek. Fame is down, but he comes running up with the AK. A couple of great headshots for Qikert, and that'll set them up perfectly. syrsoN 1 versus 2. Lost inside of the smoke,
no!
Maybe not. Oh, no! Wait a minute! It's a team kill, but also they get syrsoN.
Qikert got so surprised that he just shot his teammate that was right in front of him the whole time. He was so caught off guard that he shot at the first thing he could see, which was his teammate.
Yeah, well, doesn't even have the chicken to blame on this one, too.
No, he really doesn't.
I mean,
that's so funny. I love that. It's like he wasn't even questioning if that was a teammate.
Yeah. What's the opposite of trigger discipline?
Twitchy finger, I think it's called.
Wild.
All right, well, Big's down again to the point of no money.
Yeah, they are. And this is starting to get really concerning.
We've been going back and forth 1 for 1 in terms of rounds for the last 8 rounds. Neither team has been able to take the advantage. The only rounds Big was able to string together is the 2 half-buy rounds that Outsiders had after losing the pistol.
Think about the CT side aggression that we've seen here. We had, what, a round where they tried to push lower dark with pistols, I think.
Yep.
And then Jame was a little bit aggressive in the middle. And now we have this one flip, but it's not been a lot. There's not been a lot of CT side aggression. But this could be everything they want. They can start to shift their defense over. They're already in middle. They have a really, really good read. Let's see how much Big are going to realize what's happening. Tizian drops before they even get started, and now all the way in T spawn is Flit.
You can see the timing as well. Once Flit makes his play into upper dark, he's just telling him, I have a massive flank. That's when all the utility gets dropped for the stall-out tactics. All the smokes and the choke points coming through a little bit early. That's the bomb down. Unfortunately for Flit, excuse me, he is maybe going to be able to find this one in mid. Takes a little bit of time, but he's got it at the end of the day, and a boost up in CT spawn. Finally, Outsiders have done it. Finally, they've cracked this open. They're going to win 2 rounds straight, and they're going to take all the money away from Big. So the map is wide open now.
Yeah, it is. They're going to probably at least going to tie up the game, maybe more. This is, yeah, what a struggle. Back and forth, tug of war.
This is a painful reset as well. This is, everyone on Big is 1900 to 2100. Timeout going to be taken. Figure out exactly how you want to play this.
Force Tech-9s and Rush B.
Okay.
Don't let them have it.
They'll never see it coming.
Yeah. Just be like, we're going to take it back.
They caught him off with that B-Rush early. Remember, they had that knockout punch of getting the 1 opening kill, and just Outsiders had to save 4 weapons.
My second favorite thing on this map probably is, I think sometimes you can pull out those mid-rushes on this map, which I think could be really interesting.
Okay.
Especially because sometimes there are no people in the middle from the CT side early in a round, so that's always fun. But we'll see what they come up with. 12th round Outsiders with some back-to-back rounds here, and a tiny bit of money being built up. There's not a lot on their side, but it's a little bit. It's more than what Big have, though.
Okay. Glock saw the gun barrel. Qikert's about to have a field day. Oh, he loves that. He loves that so much. Jame actually takes the first kill, so no ace for you.
That would have been one of the quickest aces. Why did Jame have to interrupt him? But whatever, they win the round. They're probably happy with it. Tied up 6-6. And again,
Oh my God, look how bad the money was.
yeah.
You guys are gonna see it after the replay. That round was all unarmored Glocks, and they still didn't really have the funds to get a clean buy, so they go for a halfie. P250s, Tech 9, a Deagle with armor and utility.
My fear still is that the second half might be even tougher on Big. It's possible that we're going to see that same suffocating style coming out from outsiders. Qikert currently playing pretty well with 11 and 5, so putting on some numbers. tabseN's there with 9-6 on the other side. Yeah, pistols, some utility, and not much else.
Qikert did just get that quad kill against the unarmored Glocks.
Yeah, that's a
so you got to stat pad that 11 a little bit. But I mean, with how many saves there's been in this game, there really has not been nearly as many kills to go around as we usually see. Jame with the op at car. Norbert out towards long. That's the A defense. They have Qikert in middle in case of a mid to B split. And actually, they even have Flip playing outside of the B bomb site to help in that eventuality.
If they can either just dodge Qikert or get away, this could be an interesting round. Oh, he's back just in time. I was going to say, against the AWP alone with running pistols, that's not a bad setup for it if you want to go for a bomb plant. Qikert's going to be able to smoke that off, and yeah, they don't even think about it. They just wanted to get right in there. Qikert back with a couple of kills. He's very, very low on health. Would love some backup maybe before syrsoN shows up. And it's not going to happen. He'll go down.
Bombs dropped all the way past the railing, so no chance for a plant. Qikert's had some great rounds at the A bomb site. He had just had one a couple rounds ago.
Yeah.
Defending the long take in a 3v3, 2 quick headshots. Here as well, kind of saving the day. The only one inside the bomb site with an op in support. Able to find a pair of kills. Good job from Qikert. 7-6. Outsiders take the lead for the first time on Dust2.
And Big after a long timeout due to the money there. Oh, syrsoN, that is...
Careful.
Looks very, very risky, but he's going to live through it. Out on long they go. Krimbo with the wide swing and the spam through the smoke to begin with. That slowed them down. And then obviously tabseN on the flashbang assist and Krimbo with the double. That's a very powerful hit out there. Jame wants to fight them, and that's nearly a 2-for-1. That would have been truly devastating, and he's ready to set it up if they want to run past it. Let's see how quick he can be. Oh, the flash will help out. He's back into the flames. You need to run a little bit further, and he nearly dies behind it. 3 versus 3. Flit setting up a Molotov. Going to be a little bit annoying there to Keto, but might be able to live through it. Fame before anything even happens. Taking down syrsoN. Still no bomb plant.
Oh, I like this play from Jame. This is an interesting timing for that op. They are kind of aware. The Goose player, Keto, keeping his eye out towards long. Jame gonna wrap up. That vision is rough scoped in, but he cannot unscope. Here, none of them are looking. Keto's out in the open. He's frozen. He can go nowhere. There's only a smoke to cover him, and it's just a matter of time. He's got to make a decision right now. It's got to be quick.
Yeah, you're right, but he's not moving at the moment. He's just completely locked in. Oh, that would have been funny if he could have got that shot, but Flit will find him at the end. You're right. Sitting in that corner, you're never really going to be able to fight your way out of that one. Rough turn there because it was looking decent for a minute there for Big.
I think Jame played that round damn near perfect. That peek out towards long as he's coming up, and he realizes he's got to find an equalizing kill, and he does just that just before the smokes plume. He sees an elbow. He was going to take a blind shot regardless. Fame's activated by James' flashbang, and then obviously the bold push up the ramp early with that AWP to wreak havoc wrapping around. 8-6. Outsiders are going to take an advantage into the second half. It's a matter of whether it's 1 round or 3 round lead.
And I think without the bomb plant in this round, they would have had way less utility on the Big sides. That bomb plant actually does kind of count at the end. Trying to get that long swing. They're also holding upper dark in case there's going to be any action out there. Norbert, long spray coming through and almost dies behind it. But he's going to be able to get the opening kill on Keto.
Good play from tiziaN as well. All the long pressure and presence from the defense. He realizes that catwalk's going to be open, so he establishes control early.
It's a nice idea. If he could have found that, he could have helped out his team, who were kind of setting up behind it to go for the B-bomb side, which they might try and do anyway, but would have been so much easier behind that opening kill. Qikert not even checking. That was a flashbang, and they managed to get the scout away from it. Meanwhile, 3 of them trying to push into the B-bomb side from upper dark, and coming through syrsoN. He wanted to be the hero. He realized they hadn't checked him. Fame, though, on the double spray down, falls back down into the bomb side. No reason to challenge right here. It's a 1 versus 4. Just leave it alone. Wait for the backup to be here. There is a bit of a flank coming in from Norbert as well, and tabseN. He receives the shadow. He knows that he's back there, but he just can't find him. And this is pure pain at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. What are you going to do here? tabseN trying to make himself a small target. He's got to know there's someone else coming in. He's just trying to get that headshot. He needs it right now, and it's not going to happen. Now he's boxed in from about 3 different angles. It was a long, grueling battle in the first half to get control, but once Outsiders got it, they never relinquished. Halftime break. We'll be right back with the conclusion of Dust2.
Hey Future Pros! I have a quick and easy B-side door smoke on Dust2 for you, so listen up. To throw the smoke, position yourself next to this big stone beam. Crouch down and aim within the gap in the sky. Then stand and throw the smoke. Super easy, super effective, should help you get into B.
A 9-6 finish for Outsiders in the opening half here on the second map, Dust2. Very good start for them. It was a long struggle, but they found a way.
Yeah, don't focus on the scoreline, the 9-6. That first half ended in a 6-0 run for Outsiders. They grabbed control and just ran away with it.
And that's tough because the first map went to Outsiders as well, which means they're not that far away from securing a spot in the group stage.
Yes, very, very close. 7 rounds away, to be exact. Norbert gonna spot a player at corner. Jumping for information. I don't think he spotted tabseN shifting positions to this degree. Flashbang out, so the players in lower dark can get out safely. A little bit of damage is done, but syrsoN, you know, checks himself.
Yeah, he was thinking about it, hoping for a mistake, but doesn't quite get one. All Glocks on the T side. Okay, chasing him down with that HE and pretty deep in there, Krimbo. They're going to be making their way up catwalk, and there's going to be a late flank or lurk, it seems, outside from Norbert. Goes back to check middle for the moment, but yeah, he's kind of the odd man out here. Oh, he's going to go all the way back down. Smoke and a Molotov, all of it being thrown over to James to try and set something up, and looks like they're going to divert. So this is going to be a fake, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but they'd love to get a kill. They'd love to get some attention. They've pulled Keto out of the B bomb site, but he's staying strong. Flit's going to start swinging out. Good goosh on the Keto as well, down to low HP. Flit now turns into a lurk. Oh, underneath, that's the low health going down. Krimbo, the last one left at back platform. He's got 2, but that's not enough. Bomb site's been overrun.
Has brave effort for Krimbo right there. And this is the problem there. Flit is here. Now, if they can find him right away, that would be something. tabseN is certainly looking for it. He has the right idea, but he just can't. And now, all he has to do is stay hidden. Yeah, tabseN realizing this is not worth it. I'm wasting time. I need to get over here and try and help out a little bit. Catching syrsoN. tabseN on his own, and Qikert will be able to find him. Another pistol round going the way of outsiders. And this time, yeah, it pushes them real close to winning the series.
Yeah, you have to make that decision much quicker if you're tabseN and syrsoN. Do you take the 2-on-2 at the B bomb site, or do you work together to eliminate Flit as fast as possible, or at least force him back? They split up, and neither one can get anything done. Nice pistol from outsiders, huge advantage. Now 7 rounds straight, going back into the first half.
Just USPs on the other side. Single HE, single flashbang there on Krimbo. Stacked up all of them on the B side of the map. But like you mentioned earlier, outsiders must be one of the hardest teams to catch with these kind of stacks. And actually, they're not going to try and catch them. They're out looking.
Yeah, they're running this whole way, so I think, Fame's calling all the footsteps that he's hearing. Qikert, you got those 4 unarmored Glock kills in the first half on Catwalk. He's having a little bit more of a struggle against the unarmored USPs. Big is being relentless. Scout doesn't land. However, until the kills start coming out, not a whole lot of danger in this push. And there goes tabseN, and danger averted.
Yeah, more annoying than an actual problem. But yeah, they managed to put a little bit of pressure on there. Krimbo and tabseN 2 versus 4, so best thing that could happen probably would be to find some rifles to save into the future rounds, but that looks very unlikely at the moment. Yeah, heavy nade landing.
Oh.
Yeah, just found. Boom, done. Krimbo. He's going to be found as well, jumping around the Mac 10. Triple kill for Fame. A lot of money in his pockets.
Yeah.
And extending the lead ever so slightly here.
Interesting. Okay, 3rd round buy coming in. M4 was bought a little bit late. tabseN talking. We're going to get a timeout from Big, their second that they've used in this game. tabseN getting the troops all on the same page.
There's a lot of information being transmitted in a very short time.
I think this is, again, go back to that Gobby interview with Frey at the beginning of this series as well. Gobby just talking, we need more big stage experience. This team's still relatively, some of these guys, inexperienced at these kinds of large-scale events. Obviously, playing stage in this kind of a setup is nothing ultra intimidating, but I think that's why we're seeing, obviously, tabseN and Gobby being so vocal, is trying to get some of these more inexperienced players focusing on the emotional side of things. Calm it down. It's all right. 6-11. We can still come back from this. Don't worry about anything that's happened so far. syrsoN picks up the AWP in this 3rd round of the second half. No armor, no utility.
Yeah, try and fight James with both AWPers so far. Not huge impact, really. 7 kills for syrsoN, 8 kills for James.
Yeah, but there's not a whole lot of rounds. If you go back and scan the first half, like 8 to 10 of those rounds were players surviving. syrsoN falls. There's the Mac 10. Can't handle it, but he spotted 2. There's a 3rd player there as well they don't know about. Oh, tabseN's dead.
Yeah, surely is. Only question is if he could take somebody with him. Not going to be the case, though. So a 4 versus 3. And they're scrambling to get here, but more Molotovs. What's that? Okay. Maybe wait for one of them to go out. 3 Molotovs almost on top of each other. 3 versus 4, and they should probably back this one out. It's going to be really difficult to get back in. And they're still kind of maneuvering like they want to, but catching Keto out there is definitely the safe call.
Yeah. They wanted to see if that Keto could establish the long flank for the retake, grab 1 kill, and then actually have them boxed in, and that would have been the sign that the retake could actually happen. But with no kits especially, that would have even been tough, even if everything went right for Keto. 12th round for Outsiders, and another gun taken away. Oh, Outsiders is being so brutal. They are stripping Big of all their resources moving forward.
Yeah, and now they know where Krimbo is too, and Flick from the window behind him will be able to get that shot. So, yeah, great stuff though. This is super important. Just take it all away from them, limit the amount of rounds that they might have here, and the timing is so, yeah, he just has no idea, tabseN. 12-6.
Even if Qikert didn't come through the smoke to take the attention away, he was going to go down no matter what.
Yeah.
12-6, 9 rounds straight for Outsiders.
Yeah, relentless effort that's being put in right now. Deagles. I could use a good 1 Deag right about now. How about you, Jason?
I can always use a 1 Deag.
Good.
I don't think there's ever a bad time for a 1 Deag.
Good, crisp. Just a heavy, deep bass 1 Deag.
Emphatic.
Yeah. Powerful 1 Deag.
Statement Deag. Keto's going to get a chance.
But probably only 1. Better step it up here. Right past him. Fame opens it up. tabseN, less finesse. Throwing bullets into the B-bomb site.
Doing as best he could.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. But they're going to be another round down here. 13-6. 1 clean opening. And that's all you need.
Might want to see another timeout from Big after this. You might as well use them.
Yeah.
They've got 2 remaining and don't have a whole lot of runway to work with moving forward.
Rare boost.
Yeah, you don't see this one too often. Tough shot.
Yeah, definitely. Qikert defending the football the best that he can.
Soccer ball. 7-round lead for Outsiders.
Yeah, a little more speed in that previous round for them, though. I mean, a little bit trying to put some more than a minute here. So just calling those, which we saw on Inferno too. Every once in a while, they pick up the pace, try to catch Big in an awkward moment.
Yeah, they have done that pretty well today. For all the talk about a slower style, Outsiders has mixed a few different things in. 3rd timeout taken for Outsiders. They want to talk things over headed into this next gun round.
Go back. B definitely still looking involved, possibly a little bit angry. Just while the game was going on, he was watching last season of Game of Thrones on his phone. Now he is really not.
It's like, he's like, all right, guys, the only way we're winning this is if we get angry. Just remember, Jon Snow is useless.
Don't be like that. Be the opposite. Oh, man.
13-6, out of the timeout. Outsiders on a 10-0 run. 4 players for Big out towards long to open this round. They want to make sure they control this part of the map. Norbert, he wants a battle. He wants a spam battle. Both players missed their shots.
And a lot of the HEs out there were banking off the wall, I think intentionally, in case there's a an explosion out from the T side.
Yeah.
Because obviously if you throw everyone behind, then they might just run all past. But that's good for Norbert, because otherwise he would have peeked right into it. syrsoN's thinking about it, waiting for the hinge smoke to be set up. Wanted to go for the wall bang. Giving a little bit up on the mid control here for at least the mid push from Outsiders. Didn't want to push into the CT side. Going to be backing off instead. Happy with the pressure that they put on there. And we'll see. Flit.
Ooh.
Yeah, pretty aggressive stuff.
They might have heard the footsteps as well from syrsoN, so they might be able to piece together what defense they're looking at. Off at car, 1 player at M4 at railing. Outsiders are saying, okay, they've gone back. They've switched into a more default, a more standard setup. Mid might be a little bit more open. Bomb's going to make its way towards upper dark. Qikert's going to stick around at double doors. He's got Jame to send him out with utility.
I'd almost love to see Krimbo fall back into the back plateau now, because it's just been Molotov, but He's got a teammate up close. Oh, and a jump past here. Nice stop from Keto. It's not bad, but they did lose Krimbo at the back of the bomb side anyway. So still a 3-on-3, and this next kill could be absolutely critical, not just for the round, but maybe even for the whole series here. We'll try and see if they can get a little bit closer. Everyone retaking from outside, which they already know, because they got Qikert down there in lower dark, and he's calling it in, saying actually nobody's showing up here. So he's going to try and go for a little bit of Black Molotov into the door. That's going to split them up. They have to come through. tabseN, he has to win the fight, but he can't. And Qikert shooting him in the back. It's all on tizsyN, trying to run for the bomb. Now he's picked up a kit, and he's going to go straight for it. Qikert comes running. Ooh, he comes off. That is close. He wanted to run. You could tell tizsyN is on 5 kill. Qikert is on 18. So tizsyN, this is definitely your time. And now he's just being toyed with. Oh, this is cruel and unusual punishment. tizsyN gets the kill, but it is too late. 14 rounds on the side of outsiders. Man.
I'm telling you, though, thank God for Qikert to save the day. I think Jame is going to be... Hey, Jame was having like an internal battle that whole time of whether he should just keep the op scoped up or pull out the Molotov that he had remaining for the double doors, and he picked the worst time to throw out that Molotov. Picked off, but yeah, Qikert plays this to perfection.
So frustrating to play like that. You just, you know, keep jiggling back and forth. You're probably not going to find it. Jame will catch syrsoN.
It's bad to worse.
Yeah. Horrifying. 14-6. What is the streak at now?
11. This was 6-3 at one point in the favor of Big.
Some incredibly quick math right now. Catching all the right kills in all the right places. Keto gonna be able to find one there onto Qikert, but they're everywhere right now.
And yeah, you can even, the tough part now, I mean, maybe for a couple of rounds, but certainly after that 1v1 that Qikert wins, you can see the desperation in Big with some of the plays they're trying to make as individuals, and that's not even a criticism. That's just a fact of where this map and this game and this series have gone. Outsiders taking complete control. It's now going to be 12 straight. They're about to book a ticket into the group stage.
Yes, they are. Big, if not for lack of trying. I mean, they've had a lot of different looks throughout both these maps, but the persistence here.
Well, also remember the context of this and the story and the way the Dust set this up so wonderfully is that, you know, this is Big's bread and butter, this map.
Yes.
You know, Inferno is one thing. A map that's previously been a permaban for them. Dust2 is the map that they got to feel supremely confident on. It's a map they leaned on heavily to win the Rubet Cup last week. And they are getting spanked.
No doubt. That's
bad baby.
I'm not gonna follow you down this road, Jason. I see you laying out the breadcrumbs for me to.
Yep, seeing if I can bring you down this dark, twisted path.
But man, this is, I mean, there's the way that it's happening as well. It's because it is that suffocating style. It just, even when Big have openings here and there, it just feels like they get slowly taken away. Jame looking down the middle again with the AWP, expecting some kind of aggression maybe. Qikert going to be exploding out long, but nicely done. Flashes come out, tabseN able to get 2 of them. And that's the best start they could have asked for here. 5 versus 3 in this round. Oh, bomb just being picked up now, but let's see. It's just where, if Big can even remember what they're doing at this point, you obviously want to see them slow it down. Don't give any chances for any fights here.
Norbert, he's been great in this series, and he's got a player out in the open. He'll take that 1v1 surely. Okay. A little bit slow on it. Gonna back away. Flit almost had what he wanted. tabseN with 3 kills. All 3 kills in the round for Big have come from tabseN. Looks like they're about to finally stop that run, but it feels just too little too late.
Yeah, no doubt. tabseN's 15 kills overall, so he's been, throughout this, been sort of the most impactful player probably for the Big team. Norbert and Jame though, 2 versus 5. And I mean, they're not going to do much here. They've proven that a couple of times already throughout this best of 3, that in these type of situations, they tend to just chill out for a little bit and see if they can save the guns. which did hurt them briefly on Inferno.
Yeah.
AWP on James. I feel like there are a lot of games where we see James do a lot more than we have in the first 2 maps.
He hasn't necessarily had to. I mean, Inferno a tough map for operas in general, and then here on Dust2, like he hasn't really had a. The Qikert's got 19 kills, Fame's at 16, Norbert's done great, Flit's done great. I mean, he's got all his riflers are fragging at the moment.
Yeah. He sent them out to do the work.
Remember as well, like, I mean, a lot of the rounds they just kind of had to sit out and save in the first half when they hadn't quite got on track, and then it's just been kind of domination for 12 rounds in a row. So finally, the streak is put to an end.
12 rounds.
Yeah, that's mental. And I mean, you now have to rattle off 8 more in a row just to get to overtime. No mistakes. And Krimbo's been tagged down to 7.
It's not the ideal start, is it? Trying to see if they can take this fight out along with syrsoN at the edge of the smoke. No problems winning that fight against Norbert.
I think he expected that flashbang to be a little bit more impactful.
Yeah, probably.
It did absolutely nothing.
Look at this aggressive play up the middle for tabseN. That looks like a round-winning move.
And it allows syrsoN to rotate all the way over to the B bomb, so he better hustle and get there. Outsiders not given the green light for the B hit, but it's all they have left. They've got no map control. They've got no presence in middle. Catwalk's been overtaken by Big.
Yeah.
If you can't win this round as Big, you're in trouble. Or you lose.
Yeah, I mean, they absolutely should be able to. syrsoN getting a couple of ones there. All right. Got to be starting to feel it, starting to get them hyped up as much as you can.
No, I've been there too. As a coach, sometimes in this game like this, it's, you know, sometimes you feel it's the only thing you really can do.
You're like...
Get hyped up a little bit.
Yeah.
Try and make them a believer in the comeback.
What kind of players outside of tabseN? I mean, syrsoN has got to be the next most likely one if you wanted a comeback. You need
Keto as well.
AWP. Yeah.
They've spoke very highly of Krimbo as well. I think as an organization they just see a lot of potential in some of these players. It's just a matter of getting them a little bit more experience in these environments, in these situations. Obviously hasn't clicked in quite yet.
Listen, I've been asking for, I've been thirsting for that syrsoN AWP for a minute, Jason. I've been denied.
I think everyone has, Anders. We've all wanted that syrsoN AWP.
Just not given the opportunity. Keto goes down, start of the round here. That's not great news at all. Krimbo, if he falls as well, then the round is probably over. Down the middle, tabseN and syrsoN started to make their way in to see if they can rally some kind of a defense. And out long, tzySJN on his own. It's a little bit of a labored spray, you'd have to say, down to 15 health, and it creates a big opening on the catwalk. You want to try and see if they could go for it. James has the bomb out here, so he's got to be very careful that he doesn't die in some awkward battle. In fact, this is already awkward no matter what. He goes for the pistol, he's left the bomb behind. He's just trying to see if he can find the kill, and tzySJN will hold the pit for now.
That might not matter. syrsoN better get aggressive, and yeah, he's found Fame. 2-on-2. tzySJN's low in the pit. They know he's low on HP, as you could tell from James pulling out the pistol. There's another kill from syrsoN. Yeah, ran right by the bomb, but it won't matter because Flit is looking towards the double doors. Okay.
That you have to still think is a round that is on the edge of a blade, because if tzySJN goes down in the pit, James runs back to pick up the bomb, and then he can reconnect up long with everybody else. But a weird round. 15-9. Powerful war cry coming out from tabseN.
Getting him ready. 6 more rounds for Big to force OT.
I mean, they rallied so much strength at the end of Inferno too. It feels like Big up.
Late bloomers?
Yeah, which is a problem, you know, but still. Seems like at the right moments, the energy is there for it.
I think after this, if you're Big, if you can win this round right here, then you start to believe, because moving forward, there's no more money, so you'll get, there's no more money for outsiders. Now, they've been able to buy as the losing bonus builds up, which is going to be super helpful, obviously. But you get around against the pistols, you know you break their economy, and then all of a sudden you're saying, okay, we're within 4. That's very doable.
Yeah, and it is too.
And I think the momentum surge it would cause as well.
Oh no.
Don't do it.
Prop hunt is back on.
That's Yanko. syrsoN backs away towards long. Ooh, an Outsiders stall the hit just a little bit. They've got plenty of smoke still. 3 more after this. Plenty of flashbangs as well.
Yeah, they can't really divert to go out middle, or at least not without being found out. Oh,
okay, peace.
They can.
Yep.
Yeah.
Joke's on you.
Qikert found out inside of the bomb site. Krimbo with the M4A1. Not a lot of bullets, but a lot of players coming his way. Oh, and what a help from the other side. Not just tabseN, but syrsoN as well. What a rescue. I thought he was in so much trouble. Looked like there was a whole army coming his way, but they got shut down. Man, 15-10. 5 more rounds for Big.
Okay, this might be on. It might be. Money is haggard for Outsiders, stuck hovering right around 3K. They'll go for a half buy with Tech 9s. Now, this is just the kind of round to lose if you're Big.
Yeah.
How many times do we see it? Comeback underway, half buy.
Calling it now.
I'm just saying, it has a very eerie way of happening more frequently than we think.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Especially because you might be like, oh, here we go, this might be a chance. Krimbo on the other side of the smoke. It's an amazing spray, even holding the last couple of bullets to try and do some more damage. Super well done. Krimbo, mindful of the capacity of that M4A1. 15-11. Okay.
Yeah.
They avoided even the classic round.
And the wonderful thing now for Big is they've actually caught a little bit of a streak here, 5 in a row, but more importantly, not losing too many players. So the money is built up, so now they can sustain some losses. They don't have to be paranoid about running out of maybe a kit or a little bit of utility or not having an AWP. Everyone's flush with cash. A real chance for this for Big. And this is just the kind of comeback that makes you really frustrated, as you said, that they just couldn't get started a little bit earlier.
Yeah, it really feels like that's what they need. tabseN deep nade down there onto Flit. But doesn't do that much to him. 8 damage, not really something to write home about. Good spray from Qikert. Okay. Gonna be taking down one of them. Flash to set it up, and James is very nearly dead.
Respect for eating that flashbang and just holding the angle strong. What a champion. Brought down to 19 HP, leg shot from syrsoN. 4 on 5.
Qikert gonna try and set himself up here. Kind of a bold play. I mean, not a lot to work with, so catching a kill at that A ramp would have been something to work with maybe. 27th round, and they need an opening in the next 20-30 seconds here on the T side, or they're going to be in trouble.
James turned into a really, really late passive lurk out towards long with low HP. Mid to B smokes are put up. That's going to put Qikert and Krimbo on notice. Outsiders not committed yet. Fame taking some damage, spraying through the smoke, but they still have not dedicated themselves to this attack. They can still change up the option. They want Fame to find a kill at this B bomb site and fall back towards A. James is waiting for it, but Fame needs to get something done, and he's stalled out everywhere. Late flashbang comes in, but tabseN doesn't check up towards the B bomb site. Good damage from Fame. Norbert gets the kill. 20 seconds.
Look at how wild this is. syrsoN, though, could still be the hero just by sticking around, just by being here. Might be enough. The grenade is going to be too late, but what a great flick to take down Norbert. That's the start they needed, and this is how they close it out. Not at all bad. That is... How do you read that strategy if you're on the Big side? I don't even blame tabseN for not. There's no way to know that.
That's one of the frustrating rounds that can really piss you off as a player up against Outsiders, and Big handled it fantastically. 3 rounds back.
They are on their way.
You wanted that syrsoN op. It's coming in a little bit late. That was a good shot.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I've been here waiting. I'm not going to give up now.
Okay, hero AK from James. I don't know if I can recall seeing a hero AK on James before. Flit's going to test the waters on Catwalk.
Oh, but if they have money, they're going to spend it on James, so. Sanji out there with a little tear rolling down his face.
Yeah. 5 flashes, 2 smokes. They've got Catwalk presence. tabseN's dropped down to CT spawn, so for the moment, it's just syrsoN with the op covering the entire A bomb site. Tizian out towards long. Qikert's lurking there with the deagle.
In theory, if they throw the right smoke on the CT ramp and just run for syrsoN, they could run him down. But I mean, I don't know how they would know to do that, but it feels like if they play it slow otherwise, then tabseN's going to start to fall back and syrsoN's going to just draw back long.
This is what's got to make you really uncomfortable if you're big, is there's no real utility being spent by outsiders, so they actually really have no idea what's coming at the moment. I mean, you can expect they're all over mid and all over catwalk, but you don't know what they're planning for at the moment. That nade is okay. It's not very good, actually.
They did something. Follow-up nade for tabseN might be a little bit better. Oh, no, you're not even that. Krimbo, a lot of challenges in front, but he's doing a fine job. I think in a lot of these pressured moments right here, he's been able to find some great multi-kills. Qikert coming in for the deagle, trying to do something. Norbert running in behind him, quite far behind him with the bomb. So we're going to need Qikert to land a couple of more headshots for this to even be close to doable here for the T side. Oh, syrsoN, there's a catch through the door. That's what I'm talking about. Qikert, though, he wants to stay fighting. Not going to get killed just yet. There's tabseN through the window. One more step in the right direction, 15-13.
Oh, that had to be nerve-wracking, though, for Big. Just players getting whittled off by these deagles. What a comeback we have on our hands. 7 rounds straight now for Big. Credit where it's due. The fact they've even stuck in this game is impressive. And now they're just within 2 rounds of overtime.
22 kills on Qikert, doing a lot of work still. And on the other side, Krimbo, I mean, you can see tabseN for a long time as the top fragger and the only one doing anything. Krimbo's actually overtaken him in the second half. A lot of challenges and fights over at the B bomb side, and he's been stepping it up in a huge way. Qikert almost kind of pretending to check, but not really.
Yeah, I even got that sense when he was coming down mid. He looked a little bit lazy and unfocused on what was about to come around the corner. Deep nade into the upper B tunnels. That's good onto James, spraying through as well. Norbert with the response. There's Keto. All of Big is here. It's a 4-on-2.
Yeah, things looking really smart. It looked like he gonna get caught. syrsoN, though, bullet to the face, and Flit will take him out. Still no bomb plant.
Oh no, don't do this. Don't do this.
Scary. They're pushing in before the bomb plant. 2-on-4 into a 2-on-2. And this has got to be nerve-wracking at the moment. A little bit of a nade to land, trying to put some pressure on before that bomb goes down, and James is not sure where to put that bomb down either. Flit on a crossfire, but one of those is an AWP, and that's not going to make it easy. There's Flit with the shot. It's all on tabseN. 1 versus 2, and trying to relocate. He sees one of them and jumping up. Oh, the no-scope to take him down. So close at the end. And James, not many frags throughout, but that last one, that seals the deal. They're in the group stage.
That is going to hurt for Big. A 4-on-2 in the final round, and you lose it. You let it slip away after such an incredible comeback. Brutal, brutal stuff, but we've got outsiders in the group stage, and we're headed to a break. Then we've got Shox, Maniac, and Yanko to close out the evening, and you'll want to stay tuned for that.